Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be our cheese compilation number 87 for October 2022. Can you believe there are 87 of these things? Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So game number 1 is gonna be on Tropical Sacrifice. It's gonna be Overhuman the Zerg player versus Wired Aces the Blue Terran player. Alright, so 2 drones moving out. It's going to be a proxy of some kind. And I do like proxy hatches. There are not enough of them in the cheese compilation. So if you're good at proxying hatches, send me the replay to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. And yeah, the odds are pretty good that it will be cast. So hit that like button if you're excited for cheese here today. And, okay, so just coming right through the front door with these 2. Hopefully Wired Aces didn't notice that there were 2. And right over here, Bacha. He didn't even try to hide it. Just drone. Boonk. Not coming out of the fog of war. You better not. You had better not, Mr. Overhuman's drone. Second drone. Better not. Just hard left. Hard left. Okay. There we go. I've seen that before, where a player's worker led the enemy to a proxy in the main base of the enemy. Accidentally, I assume. So a spawning pool coming up. We've got 12 workers here for Overhuman. And barracks is done. And a Marine on the way. Why a Marine? Why a Marine and not a Reaper in this case? I don't know. Oh, double gas. Into factory. Okay. That's a one base factory build. Maybe it's a battle cruiser rush on one base. That would be interesting. Okay. What? Did you not see this? You see this? You know, go shoot at it. You know that it's there, Wired Aces. Come on, get in there. Okay, fine. You're gonna let it pop. That's cool. Queen? You have so much money. Make a queen. Yes, okay. Queen. Oh, your supply blocked. Well, rip. Look, the thing with these cheese timings is they need to be on the spot timing. You can't pop your hatch and then be like, queen, and your supply blocked. You need to have that supply earlier. Overhuman's going to lose this game because of a supply block. Rest in peace, man. I mean, look, it's a lower level game, so anything is possible. But if this was Dark doing this and he got supply blocked on the first queen, and now the queen gets started like a full minute after the hatchery finished, that'd be ball game. That'd be it. Dark would just lose and he would know it. Proxy starport. It's gotta be battle cruiser here. Look at this. There's not even an orbital at all. Okay, we're gonna make lings when there are 4 Marines sitting out here. Sure. And then there's a bunker to fall. Okay. All right. Yep. And then all the lings died and no Marines are dead, and let's go back in. This is going pretty well for us, I think, says Wired Aces. And yeah, it's really frustrating to play against a Terran player who has amazing Marine control. Just stutter stepping, falling back, kiting. Like, all this stuff is so frustrating to deal with as a Zerg because you're like, my lings are melee units. If you could keep your Marines away from me while continuing to shoot at me with your guns, it sucks. Okay. All right. So Wired Aces has this thing in the bag. That's it. We're done. Like, I know this game continues on for another couple minutes here, but like, nah, this hatchery is going to die. This is going to be fusion core. This is going to be a battle cruiser. Overhuman's going to have 1 queen, and that's it. I mean, ooh, look at you. Look at you making some zerglings here. How adorable, Overhuman. I feel like I'm being a little bit mean here. And then, yeah, you just go back to the bunker. The broodlings all get eaten up. Nom, 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 nom. They do barely any damage to buildings at all. And then these lings are going to maybe try to run around and get some shenanigans done. At this point, Wired Aces needs to think, why are there not more than 5 Marines out at 4 minutes for this Terran player? Where are the tanks? Where are the Cyclones? Where aren't there more Marines than this? And the answer is because he's saving up money for this guy. There it is. He's got enough to make a battle cruiser. Not enough to make 2, but, you know, 1 BC is pretty good. Does he have the supply for it? Yes. Oh, Wired Aces. Earning 5 stars. Oh, a tank's out now from Wired Aces. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is just going to be battle cruiser shows up. Zerg player dies because he has 1 queen for anti-air, and you need 5 queens for a battle cruiser. If you're just not prepared for it, it will murder you. End of discussion. So this game is over. But hit that like button if you're enjoying this cheese compilation so far. A double cheese to start us off is always a ton of fun. Gotta love a double cheese, man. Really appreciate those as well. I know they're hard to get, right? Because you have to cheese a lot and then hope your opponent is also cheesing at the same time. And then you probably want to send me a win. But you know what? Let me tell you something. You get a lot of bonus brownie points in Falcon Paladin's eyes if you send me a loss. Because then it's like, oh, your ego isn't so big that you never want to have anybody watch you lose. Like, it's easier if I've cast a couple wins for you before already, so people are like, oh, this player's a winner at StarCraft, right? Anywho, what do we got here? Battlecruiser, and I just jump it in, man. Just put this Zerg out of his... Oh, he's getting a third. Look at him. He's getting a third base. He's got 2 queens. Not enough. Secrets. The secrets of StarCraft are that 2 queens is not enough. So we're just going to sit here on Zerg. Yeah, so alright. We've had a nice little respite there, and the battlecruiser shows up and the Zerg player goes, ah, beans. That's exactly what the Zerg player says. Ah, beans. He's trying to make a spore. Adorable. This is just like, oh yeah, I could do this. Like, maybe if the Terran player is distracted by other stuff happening, you can throw up some spores here and the battlecruiser player won't recognize it's happening until it's too late. And then sure, maybe you can kill it with spores, but like, not in this situation. Not at all. So yeah, again, if you want me to cast your cheese game, send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. We'll get it in cheese compilation number 88 for November, which is awesome stuff. Yeah, I mean, drone count 18. It was 12 to start this game, remember? And yeah, this one queen by herself was like, I got this. I got it. Blah. I'm dead. And the income for Overhuman is nothing. He's got 89 minerals in the bank. He's like, is it safe up here? Hurry. Everyone go back to them. Wait, no. No, they juked him. There's 3 spores down here. I mean, I don't know. 3 spores. It's an 18 kill battle cruiser, though. Is he actually... Is this gonna... What? Overhuman is alive. He's alive somehow, because he made a bunch of spores at his base that surely shouldn't be enough to keep him alive, but we are, you know, we're making this game go a little bit longer than I would expect it to. So main hatch down, never got upgraded to a lair, truly. That's 7 minutes. If you don't have a lair, you're a sad panda as a Zerg player. Roach Warren. Dead. Spawning pool gonna die. Overhuman's like, well, I've got 14 workers now. This is where Wild Aces needs to walk across the map with his Marines. Bring a tank or 2. Kill this. Kill this. Call it a day. That's all we're looking for here. Pretty simple. So, let's see. If we lead with the battlecruiser that's not injured, so it takes the spore crawler hits first, which we did not. Oh, there we go. Pulling it back works too. That's fine. Totally fine. Yeah, all right. And then, oh, this is a lair. It's going to die, though. And then this third base has got a spore protecting it. Overhuman's like, I can win. I can win with spores. Believe me, please. Getting Yamato upgraded. No, but seriously, guy, he doesn't have anything. The only thing that's keeping him alive are these spores. So, like, bring your Marines over. Let's win this game. Let's get it done. Remember how I said this game was over at the 5-minute mark? It was. It's just Overhuman refuses to accept the reality of the situation with which he is faced. Understandable, man. I get it. I get not wanting to accept it. Ooh. Oh, he moved the Marines a little bit. I thought for sure he wants to win with BCs. That's it. That's what he wants in his life. Did he repair? No, that's the injured one. He's repairing this one up with 1 SCV, which is slow. I don't know. These spores are dying, and Overhuman only has enough money to build one. Okay, now we let everything die off creep. So it doesn't matter what else is here. Overhuman can't rebuild another hatch. So that's it. This hatchery represents any level of life. No! Don't kill this. It's going to die anyway. It's off creep. And speaking of off creep, actually it's not off creep, but the creep will be gone soon for the spawning pool. Yeah, alright. So off creep spore goes down. And Wired Ace is like, you know, just in case the Zerg player has some giant army of like roaches and ravagers coming to murder me that I don't know about, I'm gonna keep my entire army at home. The ground army shall live here. Look at that Yamato. Ah, it helps so much against spores. And against more spores. And against more spores. GG says Overhuman. GG says Wired Aces. Game 1 is kaput. Wired Aces is your winner. He wants to stick around, but we're not going to let him do that. Dunzo. That was brutal. Yeah, I really think it just came down to... I mean, could he have won if that queen had come out on time? He could have prevented this bunker from going down. He could have had the queen out to tank shots while the lings actually attacked stuff. It would have protected more lings and more queens coming in here, and the Terran would have a really hard time getting enough gas to make a battle cruiser. Yeah, he could have won, but man, being supply blocked, brutal. Dude, the resources lost to this cave is 5,374 to 175. One SCV has died and 2 Marines got killed today in exchange for all of the Zerg things. All of them. Yeah, battle cruiser is a good unit, but especially in lower level games where you get, you know, regularly get 14 kill BCs. This guy's got 24. Cause why not? Let's just, you know, it's all good. Amazing. So game 1 is over. Let's move into game number 2. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a really fun cheese comp. I can feel it in my bones. Game 2, Stargazers. Maybe my favorite map of the current map pool. Top left, going to be a Jam Scott with a super, super smart person spinning around his hatchery. In the top right, it is Produce Pat, who is a blue Protoss player. That's a good name. I like it. Produce Pat. Sounds like a friendly grocer, doesn't it? Alright, so this could be a cannon rush against a Jam Scott here. But let's see who the cheeser is going to be. Check out merch. We've got merch at falconpaladin.store. There's some really fun stuff out there. We got some hoodies. So they were gone for a while, but they're back now because it's cold in the northern hemisphere. It snowed here the other day. I'm in Utah. And, like, it wasn't even Halloween yet. We got the snows that even stuck on the ground and everything. So, yeah, hoodie. Great stuff. There's 2 different models. One's a thicker one, one's a thinner one, depending on what you're into. What kind of weather you want. But, yo. Alright, so, Jam Scott, what's your plan here, sir? A hatch first. Cool. 16 hatch in it. Everything is very nice there. Produce Pat doing a very standard gateway expand timing. Okay, maybe this is going to be Nidus, like Ling Queen Nidus. I've been having a lot of success with Ling Queen Nidus in team games. Especially if the enemy can wall off. Like in 3v3s, right? There's certain maps that you can wall off pretty easy. And you'll notice that if, you know, if there's enemy Zergs on the other team, then the team that can wall off is like, well, we're just going to wall off and we're going to macro up and tech up real fast. And so what I do is I pretty much go 16, 18, 17. And with my first 100 gas, I upgrade to a lair. And I'm just constantly, you know, pumping drones, getting up to like 28 or so, maybe 30. And then just constantly making queens, building a Nidus canal. Oh, a proxy hatch here. How did he get in here? Did he... Dude, he just walked in the front door. Okay. And then he poked out. And then he poked in. He was like, okay, I guess I'll do this then. Cool. Anyway, so then I will get my overlords in position, right, to see what's going on. Find a good place to Nidus. And then as soon as I can make a Nidus Swarm, bam. Nidus Swarm goes down. I put all my queens in the Nidus first. I put speedlings into it next. I do get speed in all of this. I have enough gas to get a lair and get speed and make a Nidus network. So it all lines up pretty nicely. And then bam, I pop out with like 4 or 5 queens and like 20 Zerglings. And they're like, oh, I've got a Phoenix. Or like, oh, I have a Cyclone. And you're like, yeah, that's what I thought, sucker. And even if I don't kill him, it harasses him and bothers him so much that then the, you know, other attacks from my teammates come through and get a lot of work done there too. So it's fun. And it's really nice, too. See, this is what the probe says. Yes. Wait, he was going to expand here, and then he decided to do this instead. So this wasn't even planned cheese. Jam Scott's just like, you know what? I see a path open towards me. So here we go. Bam. Gonna do a queen. Excellent. Not supply blocked at all, a jam, Scott. Very nicely done there. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to like deal with smaller numbers of, I don't know, Banshees or Phoenix before a million Phoenix show up and murder all of your drones later on in the game. Like one Phoenix is doable. So spine, interesting. I guess build it now, spread the creep out, and then move the spine up to this nexus. This is a pretty decent early game army from Produce Pat. I guess he's worried, right? Because he knows there's not an expansion. So he says, crazy, one basing Zerg gonna try to kill me. And he's like, wait, nothing's trying to kill me. I'm gonna move out. Let's see what we can see. Maybe he's just bad, is what Produce Pat is thinking here. So we're gonna move on in with our Samwise DDA portrait because the logo fails to load in if you rewind in a replay. But look, it's here. It's on this hatchery. How nice. Très bien. So yeah, this is where we wander in with 2 Adepts and 2 Zealots and kind of just win the ball game. Like, that's not enough lings. That's 6 lings and a queen. That doesn't win. Dude, you have to actually go in there, though. Look, scouting is great and all. He's going to shade away just in case there's scary stuff here. He's being really cautious when there's not a lot to be cautious about. He's like, okay, this is really a one-base thing, but a gem does have secret base ready to go, too. Bunch of lings with speed being made over here. Creep is spreading up. Look at this. But see if you actually get up here. Oh, it's not quite spread. Why is it not spread? Oh, because no one has vision on it. Well, trust me. All right, there are too many lings for just... Man, more lings must have popped out there then, huh? Yeah, the stalkers are going home. There we go. Yeah, you have to have vision. Look how far the creep spreads. All right, let's walk it up. Jam Scott's being pretty careful, but you know, I think this game is his. You got a bunch of speedlings inside the Protoss base. There's like 2... Okay, more stuff came home. There's more stuff here. You might need the spine. You might need the queens, but getting in this mineral line and wiping it out would do a great deal to help you win this thing, Mr. Ajam Scott. So we got 2 proxy hatches in 2 games. Crazy. Crazy Taxi. You ever play Crazy Taxi? Great game. Kind of dates you a little bit if you really love Crazy Taxi. Also, Cruisin' USA. It's a product of the 90s, if those games ever were. If anything's ever been a product of the 90s, those 2 games definitely were. I mean, so just go. Just like, go get them. Go get them, Mr. Scott. I believe in you. All right, spine crawlers come up. Save the spines. Get us around. Pretty good micro until it stopped for Produce Pat. Force field comes up. Kind of saves him, I guess. These lings are bouncing around the outside of the force field like idiots because they are idiots. They're little puppies. They're dumb. Then Produce Pat says, nice. Oh. Well, all right. And he's like, here's the thing, Produce Pat. If you can hold your natural, you could probably win this game anyway. Of course, that's dicey. Jam Scott throws out the heart smiley face. But like, okay. Thought maybe you had a gold, but then I saw the creep and I was like, GG Adams, or a Jam Scott is your winner. There's an Adam Scott. He's an actor. And I keep thinking it's Adam Scott, but it's a Jam Scott. Ajam Scott. Maybe. I don't know. I've never had the pronunciation corrected for me. So it's 28-6 army supply. Like, Produce kind of stopped playing there. Immortals aren't really going to be great against lings and queens. But a bunch of zealots might have been awesome here. Just continually making zealots, chrono boosting them out. Maybe going for charge. I don't know. He's like, well, losing my main means you lose the game, right? No, not really. I think he could have kept fighting, but he just kind of stopped at the end there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Ajam Scott with the improvised cheese today. That's fun. It's really fun. So good stuff there, Ajam Scott. Thanks for sending that one in. And guess what we have on the menu, boys? Meat's back on the menu. And also cheese. We're here on Data C. The name of this replay is, I hope I did this right. Not sure what they're talking about, but bottom left, we've got a red Protoss. It is Count Dookie. Kind of like Count Dooku. Top right, we have myself. It is a blue Protoss player with a spinning Bob the Zealot logo from Carvot. All right, so So it's a PvP, so it's kind of hard to figure out who's going to be the cheeser. There are a lot of cheeses for Protoss. So walling off on the low ground here on a PvP, that is super duper risky. Because, you know, 2 gateways and a cyber core, 2 stalkers show up. And I don't know, maybe this is a good thing. Because it's data C, because there's a ramp leading up to your natural base. Protoss players, let me know if that is accurate or not. Anyway, things are good here. Things are fine here today on data C. It's kind of a darker map, which makes it kind of weird to get specific screenshots, but I think overall it's a pretty fine map. Protoss and Terran like the ramp leading up into their natural, makes it easier for them to defend. Count Dooku in for the scout. Myself's getting a pylon up in a position to make sure, you know, you see oracles incoming, things like that. It's a good place for it. And then myself says, okay, I'm not a forge play here. I'm not getting cannon rushed whatsoever. And that's good news. I think that's good news for everybody here. So far, I gotta say, can't tell who the cheeser is. Looks like a pretty standard build here for myself so far, and same thing from Count Dooku, but pretty quick nexus for him before that second man. This is so risky. I feel like if 2 stalkers show up and you have 1 stalker, you just lose the game, right? Oh, canceling. Was that a gateway that was being canceled? 1 gas, 1 gas. And a robotics facility coming up. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Cybercore is getting a research here for Warp Gate for Count Dookie. Fantastic. Oh, it is a 3rd gate. Okay, so gate, Cybercore. Oh, gate. Is this a 4-gate play? We haven't seen 4-gate since, my gosh, the Wings of Liberty heydays. If you've been playing StarCraft 2 long enough, you know that you hate the 4-gate. It was so hard to deal with. For Zerg players especially, Terrans hated it. Enemy Protoss hated it. And what made it so powerful is that any pylon anywhere had the 2-second warp in. So you could easily just throw up a pylon. No need for a forward gateway. No risk there. Just bam. And then, was warp default back then? Or did you just have to research it still? God, imagine if it was default. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Somebody who was around that time, let me know in the comments if Warp Gate was default in Wings of Liberty. I don't feel like it was, but I don't know, maybe. So got a Warp Prism coming in. Not researching Warp Gate here from myself. Okay. Fair enough indeed. Was Count Dooku? Yes, okay. So Count Dooku has a Warp Gate. So, automatically transferring to Warp Gate. That was a nice quality of life improvement for Protoss players from, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. But you have to let the Zealot finish, or Stalkers finish first. There we go. Mwah. Such a cool animation. Such a cool transition. All right, man. So no Warp Gate from myself. He has a Forge coming down. And what is in the... Oh! Probes in the Warp Prism, eh? All right, this is going to be a cannon rush with a Warp Prism. You can put warp-in cannons with the warp field generated by a Warp Prism in warp mode. So let's see if Count Dooku is paying special attention to his main base. It's got 4 stalkers and a shield battery, just preparing for an attack of some kind. These 4 zealots are just a distraction because this is a War Prism with 2 probes in it. Ho 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 ho! Très, très excellent. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, so the probes come out, sit here for a second. Cannon can't... It's so amazing! You don't even have to wait for the pylon to come up. And he's putting a pylon back here too, just in case. Look at... Okay, so Count Dooku, let's look at his camera real quick. This is his camera. Keeps... Man, this Protoss sucks, says Count Dooku. He keeps sending zealots one at a time to try to kill me. How embarrassing. I'm going to win this game easily. In fact, I should just move out now with my stalkers and my immortals, huh? La 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 la. I'm gonna stare at this base forever. And then, oh, wait, he sees it now. He definitely sees it now. He doesn't even pull his probes, and he goes, oh, oh, oh. He says, well, I deserve that. GG. And myself is your winner. Oh, man, that's funny. That's really good. He's just basically like, well, I should have kept a better eye on my base. Because that's full vision. It's not even like a cannon or started up here, right? And then slowly creeps in, and then you see a cannon. But by the time you see this, there's like 8 more back here. No, 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 no. This was, I came into your base, I warped in cannons in full vision of your probes. You were too busy staring at your natural. You didn't see it coming at all. And then you died. So, like, I get it. I get what he's talking about there. Hilarious. Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there, Count Dooku. I've been macroing. I've been scouting. And then 2 full medevacs full of Marines drop into my mineral line, wipe out all of my drones. And then that's when I notice. That's when I notice I'm under attack. And, yep, it's just GG from there. So, yeah. But, hey, medevacs showing up and unloading Marines is a lot faster than this. So, Count Dooku, just work on your map awareness. You could have held that off, especially because you had an Immortal, not a lot of Stalkers. Bonus damage to armored. Buildings are all armored, so cannons warping in take extra damage from your Stalkers and your Immortal. Would have been super duper easy. But once again, map awareness is the key to holding off something like this. Well done, myself. Yes, you did it all right. Let's keep this thing going. Waterfall, Night Raven and Baniac. Bottom left, Zerg player. It is Baniac. Top right, it is Night Raven. Oh, with the spinning Carbot Zergling. It is Carbot's 10th anniversary this year. Check him out at Carbot Animations on YouTube. He's got some new merch coming in, which is very, very fun. I do like him a lot. He's currently doing a Diablo series in his style, his cartoon style, as well as an Elden Ring series. So check him out. If you're interested in either of those things, just do Carbot in your YouTube search bar and you will find him easy enough. So have fun, good luck, says Baniac. Good luck, says Night Raven. No spinning logo for Baniac here. Overlord scouting out, just making sure you're not getting cannon rushed. But what is going on here with Night Raven? Whoa! Whoa! A pylon at the bottom of the ramp at the second base of Waterfall. Okay. This is not blocked off with the gateways. Oh. Not a pylon. Okay, so a full seal at the bottom of the ramp. So those of you who have been playing StarCraft 2 long enough know why this unbuildable plate is here, right? Because back in the day, Protoss could just, like, do 3 or 2 pylons at the bottom of the main base of Zerg and cut off reinforcements entirely to the natural base. So just do this, send over some Zealots and Stalkers, and you'll win the game. And it was such a problem that, ta-da, buildable plates. Unbuildable plates. Unbuildable rocks. Unbuildable, I don't know, debris. What other words there? Anyway, cool. What do we got here? Zealot. Okay, so chrono boosting Zealots out. I like this quite a bit. Doesn't have a ton of chrono boost because it's only 1 base here. Not 2 Nexuses running. But, you know, I like it. So 2 minutes, you got 2 Zealots in here. And here we go. They're hopping in. What do they got? And they're going right after this hatch. I don't... Go after the drones. Why are you... Okay, look. You're really good at killing buildings. I understand that. Oh, you're just giving him time to get up spines and get a queen out and make some lings. Dude, there were like 20 seconds there where you could have come up and killed so many of the drones. However, these guys are fighting. All right. They killed every one of those lings. Nicely done. They got 3 kills apiece, sharing their kills quite nicely. 2 more Zealots show up. And, oh no, they're trying to... Okay, for a second there, they were focusing the hatch, so they decided not to. They lost 2 Zealots. In the meantime... Oh, boy. All right. Well, yeah, this was not good for Night Raven. Just too much time. It was just too much time here for Baniac to respond to it. He's able to get some spines out. His queens come out. Queen DPS was really nice there. And you're just, yeah, Night Raven just doesn't. Another gateway, I think, here would have been good. He's got 500 minerals in the bank. He's not spending his money very well at all. Oh, yeah. So this is Baniac's in a good position. Spine's going to deal with these buildings from the high ground. Slowlings are fine in this situation. Oh, yeah. Pull back to the shield battery. You want to fight with the shield batteries here, Mr. Night Raven. That's what you want to be doing. And, oh, the spine placement is so good from Baniac. Oh, I like it so much. All right, cool. So Night Raven says, more shield batteries. Must make my units invulnerable. Invincible, even. Oh, get up there. Save the spine. Lings do jump on top of these zealots, surround them so they can't run. Queen's additional DPS transfusing the spine as well. Oh, that's so good. And then just, okay, shield batteries. Good units, but man, Lings do so much damage to stalkers, and if the spine crawler's poking at you too, that's a bad thing. And well, yeah, this is horrible. This is quite possibly the worst possible thing for Night Raven. He's done. He's spending his money, and the additional pylons and shield batteries here. He's kind of falling back with it, but he doesn't have a follow-up. He's not making a Stargate. He's not making a robotics facility. He's just trying to make zealots. Oh, look at this little probe over here. I figured out you can make the health bars go away in the middle of a replay by holding down backspace. Isn't that neat? The things you figure out in StarCraft after you've been casting it for like 7 years. Hilarious. So yeah, I mean, shield batteries are out of energy, except for this one, which is really hanging on hard. But like, Stalker dead anyway. GG! Baniac is your winner in 452. Nice. Yeah, good reaction there. Again, I think if Night Raven gets in the middle and kills those drones, it's a much different game. But he gave Baniac the time to get up what he needed. He got a Roach Warren even, which wasn't necessary, but would have been good. If Night Raven maybe had 3 warp gates here. 3 gateways. Would have been good. But yeah, Queen's awesome. Like, Queens on base defense are so useful. Spine Crawler's got some work. 2 kills on that spine. 2 kills on that spine. The Lings were amazing. And GG. Let's keep this thing rolling. We got 1 more to go. Not a ton of cheese this month, with some really fun ones. And it's going to be a HyperONE replay. So check it out. Let's see what that one is all about. We're on Stargazers. Again, maybe my favorite map in the map pool. Top left, it's going to be HyperONE. And in the top right, it is My Life. Oh, little spinning Raynor portrait here. Very good. Good stuff, man. Liking Raynor playing Protoss. Very StarCraft of you. And a spinning Terran logo for HyperONE's Terran. All right, so is this SCV up to no good? Gonna tap the Zelnanga Watchtower just to say that he did, right? Like, how many people, how many Terrans really get to tap a Zelnanga Watchtower? Not many. A lot of Reapers, I guess a bunch of SCVs, maybe some Marines at times, but it's cool. It's a cool thing to do, isn't it? So SCV, I mean, if you're planning on proxying with this, you're not making it very sneaky. Yeah, SCV is just getting a full scout off on My Life here. And we've had myself and My Life. So SCV says, peace. You're not doing... Whoa. Hang on. Juked. And look at this probe. This probe's like, there was an SCV over here. Where Where did it go? Says, oh, did you... No! And then he gives up? Oh, that hurts. He saw that SCV not leave. And then he goes, well, maybe he did leave, he says. Maybe he did leave. And he's going to, like, just expand. He almost found him down here. He's got to be doing some things. This is a cheese comp. So it's a Marine on the way from HyperONE. Probes running away. I mean, upgrading the command center to an orbital command. And here's your proxy factory. Okay. So HyperONE has some plans. Yeah. Meanwhile, Cyber Core down for My Life. He's going to start an Adept. Was supply block there for a hot second. But everything worked out in the end for him. And now it's a Reaper. So it was a Marine first. Into a Reaper play from HyperONE. So, alright, that's fine. I'm not going to say no to that. I'm not going to complain about it at all. Oh, he's just like... You could hear his heart beating, right? HyperONE's like, oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't scout this. Finish. Finish. Build faster. Faster, darn you. All right. Gonna be, what? A Hellion kind of sucks in this situation. Okay. We're going to tech lab up, which is good. If you want a siege tank, that'd be kind of fun. There's got a starport here, too. So this could be... I mean, why was there... Okay, why is there a starport inside the enemy base? What do you have to I guess you could walk Widow Mines into the mineral line and just... But I guess dropping them is cooler? Dude, this Reaper just casually has got a probe kill. And then Adept. Oh! Kitty 8 charge. Whee! Knocks the Adept. And the Reaper hops back in and says, aha! You thought you had chased me, but I have been chasing your probes. Ooh, nice. 3 kills on that Reaper. Dude, that's 4 probes down and 3 of them to that Reaper. Nice. So we're going for an... Oh. Was that Widow Mine? Oh, it's canceling stuff on me. HyperONE, what are you doing? Decide. Thor. And he's... Was supply block for a second there, too. So Thor... And medevac. Okay, all right. No, I get it. Thors are slow. If you want to be able to run away from things or close into things quickly, the medevac is really good for it. So Thor drop shenanigans. Meanwhile, my life is throwing up a proxy gateway down here at 350, which is something, I guess. Twilight Council coming in. And Stalkers. Now, here's the problem for Thor. Stalkers do bonus damage versus armored, so... They're good. They're really good against Thors for cost. Plus, Thor's only 3-shot Stalkers if there are no upgrades. So, Thors shoot pretty slowly, too. So, getting, 3 shots off on a Stalker. It feels like it's kind of fast. Like, 1, 2, 3. Okay. But, I don't know. You just take a bunch of damage here. And, oh, man. Yo! Don't attack the probes! The probes are here to distract you. You need to kill these Stalkers. But I don't know, 3 Stalkers, look at how much HP's already been knocked off this here Thor after just a few shots from the aforementioned Stalkers. So, okay, is he trying? No. Are you trying to dodge Stalker hits? That... HyperONE, you madman. Oh, then he jukes out, and he's, okay, now he's one-shotting probes, and the Stalkers can't get around. They have to go around the long way. Oh, okay, that's a 15 kill. 15 kills! That is 15 probes that have died and a couple Stalkers and whatnot. So we're warping in Zealots. We're getting charge? I'm assuming it's charge because slow Zealots are kind of bad. And you have a Twilight count. Okay, there we go. Charge coming on the way. From my life. He's got to wait for it. He's chrono boosting, which is nice, but still. And I don't think my life even knows about this. He doesn't. He would be down here with the Stalkers killing this. He thinks the medevac's just coming from HyperONE's base. Oh, that's interesting. So the medevac is actually... Oh, it's actually misleading my life into thinking that there's not... He's not thinking there's a proxy here. Is that another supply block? It is. He's making more supply depots. Oh, HyperONE. I'm with you, man. I get supply blocked when I'm aggressive, too. I get supply block when I'm not aggressive, actually. Anyway, okay, this is bad. We've seen this Thor one-shotting probes already. Ka-chow! 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 Thor is here. That's what he says. And by gosh, that guy just easily racks up 9 kills in no time at all. He's trying to kill a shield battery. Oh, the Stalker count is big and scary. Get out of there. Run. Kill this probe. Get him. Oh, no. 1 shot hit, but the other shot got healed up. Like, in process, the first shot got healed up, and then the second shot hit. That's amazing. So, meanwhile, these Zealots are, I don't know what they're maybe they're getting F2'd. They seem to be, yeah, for sure. They are F2'd back and forth here. He's like, I don't know if I want to attack or if I want to defend. Oh, there's another Thor back here. He just killed one of my Stalkers. And another one of my Stalkers. And another. And probes are dying all over the place. It's 28 to 17 workers. HyperONE's doing a pretty good job macroing back home while destroying the enemy economy. Like, I struggle sometimes if I kill a lot of probes making my own workers back home. And then when all is said and done, I'm actually not that ahead in workers because I wasn't macroing to take advantage of the fact that I was killing enemy probes. Anyway. Oh, we're going to... Okay. No, this is... No, I don't... Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on, guys. You can't charge up a fully walled off Terran, whatever, Terran main with like 18 Marines behind it. You're crazy. Got +1 vehicle weapons. I don't think that makes any difference here for HyperONE. I think he's 1-shots probes and he 3-shot stalkers if he has +1 or not. Could be wrong. If you know better in the comments, let me know. But yeah, we're back, baby. Hiding. Keeping all the army over here. Yeah, and he's moving the Marines out. This is like what should have happened in game 1. The Terran, having secured, you know, a really nice lead, was just letting the battle cruisers do the work on the other side of the map instead of bringing his Marines and tanks with him. Oh, move command zealots. Yeah, so that's what HyperONE is doing. He's bringing his Marines with him. Oh. Yeah, I think he flew in here and the medevac got picked off before the Thor could unload, so rip there. Rest in peace. More Thor's production tab here for my life is not good because he's got 14 workers and another Thor is here and the Marines are like, you don't have any splash damage? Yes! And that's the trick here. That is the key to this whole strategy, is that splash damage is not good against Thors. You're not going to make Colossus or Disruptors or High Templar with Storm against Thors. They're bad. So what that means, GGG says my life. So what that means is HyperONE gets the win, but also in more detail what it means is the Protoss is incentivized to make single target damage things like Stalkers and Zealots, which are much better against Thors. So then when you show up with 18 Marines, there's no splash damage at all. There's no Storm to fall back on. There's no Colossus to kite with. Nothing. Gross. So what a gross thing to deal with as a Protoss. Like, you have to figure out, okay, the Terran's putting a ton of gas into all this, these medevacs and these Thors. So he's probably got a lot of excess marine or minerals. So he's going to make excess Marines. It's exactly what HyperONE did. My life should have gotten like a couple Colossus out. In addition, just preparing for this thing, but that's so hard to keep track of. I hear it. I hear you, my guy, my life. That's tough, but really well executed by HyperONE. Okay, that's funny. He never got the command center properly situated in his, you know, secret basement backdoor base. But hey, he didn't really need to. It was fine in the end. Got some serious work done. There were like 15 kill Thors in here. Worker count abysmal for my life, down to 3. That's your GG. You can't shield battery overcharge through a Thor attack. So maybe this one over here only got 1 attack off and then got picked up, and the second attack didn't register. Because that probe survived a Thor attack. That had to have been it, because look at this guy. And by look at this guy, I mean... Go back a few seconds. Yeah, see, look. So we're gonna... Thor's gonna be like, ka-chow, ka-chow, got him. Maybe. He's microing here, and then he unloads the Thor at some point. Right? Yeah. So shield battery overcharge doesn't save these. Yeah, it must have been. This Thor must have got 1 shot off, and then the medevac picked it up and aborted the second shot. That must have been it. Anyway, good. Good. That was really very nicely done, HyperONE. I'm impressed. Nice job there. You might recognize him. He's a patron of mine at patreon.com/falconpaladin for $10 a month, which gives him right to send me any replay every month, and he does. I think it's a Beast of the Hill that's going to come up in a couple days here, so watch for that. If you enjoy those, Beast of the Hill games are really fun. It's a really fun use map settings mode in StarCraft 2. So anyway, good stuff. Great stuff, in fact, from our guy HyperONE and everybody who participated in the cheese compilation this month. Can send your cheese to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. We'll get more next month for November, I'm sure. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a cheese compilation. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.